Welcome back to the news at 10. The Delta State government in South Nigeria says it is committed to giving the oil city of Warri a facelift. While leading the inter-ministerial committee set up by the state government to clean up Warri town on a tour of duty, the State Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Frank Omare, said operational Clean Up Warri is aimed at restoring the aesthetic beauty of the town. He also added that the cleanup exercise will be taken to other parts of the state in due course.
Warri is one of the major towns in Delta State, and its status as an oil-rich city makes it even more prominent. But all this may count for nothing, as the town appears to be inching towards becoming a slum, with pile of refuse threatening to take over residential buildings, and even water channels are not spared, as they are blocked by weeds. Of course, the state government is not folding its arms, as it has set up an inter-ministerial committee to clean up the city. Work begins in earnest, with payloaders bearing their fangs on all illegal structures around the town and residents trying to salvage what they can.
ESCO set up a committee, headed by the Deputy Governor of Delta State to ensure that Warri South, Uwe local government, and Udu local government is clean as a pilot, local government. We are not going to be intimidated. We are not going to be blackmailed. We are very firm, and we are not going to be selective.
As the operation progresses, it meets with resistance from the residents who threatens to sue the government for pulling down a part of his fence.
I have a court ruling. This is the court ruling of a high court, which was not appealed. And this court ruling subsists. So I ask the government to come and build this thing again, or I will sue the government. There is no court that will give a ruling for an apartment that is built on a walkway, on an existing walkway. And right away, you must take a 5 meter, that is the law of the Ministry of Lands and Survey, from the existing drain to your fence.
It's not only the physical structures that will be cleared. The team also has plans for the water channels. Residents wail and cry as they watch the bulldozers pull down their structures. The government says the cleanup exercise is not targeted at any person or group, but to restore the beauty of Warri and its environs. Welcome to Business News. One of the major factors needed to drive Nigeria's economic growth is high-powered technology drive. This is the view of the Chief Executive Officer of Airtel Nigeria, Mr. Olusegun Ogunsanya. The Airtel CEO, who spoke to Channels Television during our special program, Weather Today, called for more private sector investments in broadband technology.
If you look at the number of people who are connected to broadband in this country, it's less than 6%. And it's been proven in so many economics that if you just increase that percentage by 1%, you can have a huge multiplier impact on your economy. Some say between 3 and 5% leap in your economy. So by the time you get from 6% to 10%, the increase is just phenomenal. So we're in a sweet spot. What we need to do is to make sure we don't let the opportunity slip by. So whether you 14 years, 25, 30 or 40, you must be digital. You must use technology to improve your productivity. You must use technology to enable everything you're doing. So what we've done in Airtel is to continue to increase our 3G footprint, to continue to make sure the quality of service is robust enough to ensure that people, when they are connected, they can stream video, they can watch videos, they can upload, they can download, they can connect everywhere they want to connect with in the world.
Billion-dollar conglomerates, the Dangote Group, will invest $2.3 billion in sugar and rice production in the northern part of Nigeria. Chairman of the group, Aliko Dangote, who is also Africa's richest man, says creating jobs is a key element to ending insurgency in the area, in that region as well. That's why the company is taking that decision. Mr. Dangote told delegates during a session of the World Economic Forum in Africa that over the next 4 years, his company will also invest a total of $12 billion in Nigeria and $4 billion outside of the country. A leading electrical and mechanical power solution provider, Mikano, has entered into a joint venture partnership with Schneider Electric to improve its services in power and automation technology. Mikano, who has recently diversified its business activities from being only a generator company into steel fabrication, electricals, lightings and construction industry, is hoping that the partnership will provide customer satisfaction and quality products. Our correspondent Kelvin Obaton reports.
The process that brought about this agreement began in 2013, and now it is officially sealed. The pact reached by Mikano and Schneider Electric will see both organizations pool their resources to deliver the best of service to their customers. The agreement covers Mikano for the sales and distribution of all low and medium voltages of Schneider's products, as the company is expanding its services.
We will use in our product an operation the Schneider product. We will sell also in the different market. That means in the low voltage market for contractors, panel builders, in medium voltage to generation company Genco, to electricity board. We will sell the medium voltage product, not only in our own generator product integrated.
On the other hand, the deal will have Schneider's products available and spread across the country. But then, both organizations believe that Nigerians also stand to benefit.
Outside storing of fuel and every other fire incident, the major problem is the quality of electricals we have in our homes. Schneider Electric is positioned as a qualitative brand with quality products. And we intend to key into this opportunity in Nigeria and ensure that our end users have comfort, security, and are safe.
We also know that the economy is moving, it's growing, and we know that it would be moving much faster if power was supplied on a regular basis, if investors could count on electrical power supplied for the factories. So this venture, as among others, are one of the reasons why France is trying to invest. French companies are investing in that sector.
As Nigeria strives to increase electricity generation capacity, partnerships such as this one and other concerted efforts by private organizations may see that expectation realized. Kelvin Obaton, Channels Television News.
The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, the NDIC, is updating its examiners with the knowledge of contemporary supervision and risk minimization. This development holds at the meeting of banks examiners which took place in Lagos. According to the corporation, the need for the improvement has become necessary as more products are introduced into the financial market.
Seated in this hall are bankers and examiners from the financial industry. Their role as it relates to the NDIC is to minimize risks and ensure guarantee for depositors.
Now, what are the way forward?
Notwithstanding their wealth of knowledge, the NDIC explains how certain areas of concern have become essential for the examiners and the corporation.
The issue of consolidated supervision, the supervision of the whole force, remains a challenge. The issue relating to information sharing, the need for SLA, is something that we need to work on very, very closely. We need adequate sanctioning powers so that we'll be able to hold bank directors, bank management to task.
One of the objectives of the meeting is to prepare the examiners for the new products set to play out in the Nigerian financial markets. The facilitators and participants speak on this.
The difference between forward and futures is that forwards are OTC, they are not traded, but futures are traded on exchanges.
Our examiners need to be aware of this new product. They need to know about them. They need to know how they operate, and they need to know how they impact on the operations of the banks.
These are specialized products that are relatively new to our environment, and we don't know much about it. So we need capacity building in that area.
The NDIC's role is to ensure all the financial institutions in Nigeria. All lapses in this function are being addressed in this meeting. Temple Ashaju, Channels Television News.
The bulls reigned supreme at the Nigerian stock market on Thursday, pushing a positive rally at the equities to a third day. Nigeria's all-share index now stands at 38,640 points after a rise by 0.16%. Here's Bisi Koka with a summary.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Markets Reports. It was another bullish session at the local bourse as the positive rally at the markets entered a third day. Up 0.16%, the all-share index now stands at 38,640.44. Market capitalization also grew to 12.72 trillion naira. Market breadth was positive as there were 35 gainers against 12 losers. Mobile gained 5 naira 90 kobo to emerge the day's top gainer. Ashaka Cement and Okomo Oil also recorded gains less than 1 naira each. On the flip side, investors did not favor the stocks of food giant Nestle as it shed 9 naira 51 kobo from its share price. Investors also gave Lafarge Wapco and UACN the cold shoulder. FCMB was the most actively traded equity for the day with over 23 million equities exchanged. When stocks crossed the finish line, investors had in almost 4,000 deals traded 300.78 million shares for 2.89 billion naira. And that wraps the stock market reports. I am BC Koka.
Thank you, Bisi. That's it on Business News. On the news at 10, Amarachi returns in just a moment.